then you meet each other after work. Whatever the case is, you're using each other for your own insecurities. Instead of looking inside yourself and dealing with your insecurities and whatever on earth this issue really is, you're just using each other for comfort. And you're getting annoyed with each other or just pushing each other away now and then because you're not really what each other wants. You just need something or someone because you don't want to be alone. You don't want to face the truth. You don't want to grieve this situation. Grieving is important. So let's just get rid of this external energy on the top of the reading. Let's shuffle again and try and find out what on earth you should be doing, Aries. Consciousness is not there. Look at this. The Fool card and the Ten of Swords. It's like I've really got to deal with this situation. I really got to look at this now. I've got to really look at my feelings, not my money, not my jewellery, not my dress sense, not my name brand clothes, not how I'm showing up. I need to be genuine. I need to start being honest with myself. Yeah, Queen of Cups is coming out. Death card's coming up. Devil, do you see what I mean? That's how I know I'm on my shit and I know what I'm talking about. To clarify what I've just said, out comes the Queen of Cups again, the Death card again, and the Devil again. Queen of Cups, Death card, and the Devil. We're talking about a lot of stuff that needs to be dealt with. You need to talk to yourself, journal, write down what's going on. Maybe seek therapy, maybe seek resolution with that person if you're not blocked and if they haven't totally moved away from you. Or this person's passed on. Maybe feel like go to church or a spiritualist church, try and connect with them on the other side. But death takes time, grief takes time. You can grieve a job. Grieve. You can grieve a job, grieve a house, grieve someone who's still alive, grieve anything. I said the other day on the other reading, if your phone breaks, you can grieve it. Oh my God, my screen's broken. Oh my God, my phone's broken. I'm in grief. All of those photos are not even saved anywhere else. Oh my God, I'm so broken. Got to buy a whole new phone now, you know? But that's grief. That's life. Move on. Devil card, Two of Cups. This relationship is toxic in this current state. Four of Wands, if you want to commit to this connection, then you need to commit to fixing yourself in this connection. And you need to start working on yourself, boss up, and then start being honest with this person about what is bothering you. Because the truth of the matter is, you're avoiding independence, diving into this connection and committing to it so you don't deal with the grief and deal with what's really going on. But you need to take ownership of how you're really feeling. This relationship can work. There are parts of this where you're good for each other, but the truth of the matter is you can't build with all this toxicity in the way. And if you're watching anyone on social media, stalking anyone, catfishing anyone, doing anything like that, then you're going to want to stop doing that as well, because that's definitely not healthy for you. Both of you could still be stalking your exes or obsessing over this past person or what's happened and spending all your time looking at that. So the only reason that you're going to see this person or this person's coming to see you, because otherwise they're calling their ex all the time, or they're stalking their ex's social media all the time, catfishing someone all the time. And the only reason they stop catfishing someone or doing something like that is so they can... or they come and see you so they can take a break from stalking or catfishing. Doesn't sound fantastic, does it? Everyone's people in this world use people for distractions. That's why I'm a hermit, and that's why I stay alone, and that's why I focus on myself, because I would rather be alone for the rest of my life than be somebody else's distraction. Yeah? And that's what's happening in this connection by the looks of things, right? Feel free to let me know in the comments how it plays out for you. But it really is the situation of, instead of dealing with this issue that's really happening to my life and affecting me, I'm just going to use this person. That way it's a break from the loneliness, the sadness, the grief. And that's good, because you've got someone else there for you. But when you're getting annoyed when you're with them, when you're going back and forth, when you're getting pissed off with them, when you have negative views about them now, and they think they can't stand you and you can't stand them, but you're still spending time together, and you're like, fuck, I can't stand that person, but I'm going to spend time with them anyway, just so I don't stay on social media stalking this person all day, then start working out, do you have a stalking addiction? Do you need to go to therapy for that? Do you need to go to AA? Do you need help to deal with your addiction or your problems? Like, it's deeper rooted issues. Think about mental health and emotional well-being, and think about what you need to do to fix yourself, right? That's harsh, but well-being is important. Therapy is important. Counselling is important. Talking to a professional, a GP, a counsellor, it's important. Really, really important, okay? When you've got real problems in your life, you need to deal with them. It doesn't. Food, money, clothes, boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands. No one can fix you. Tarot readings. This is not a helpful tarot reading to me, because it just feels heavy and burdensome, and I don't like to deliver these kind of readings, because I like to come and tell you good stuff. And I actually don't know you on the other end of the screen now, so I'm like, great, now I've delivered a message, and I wouldn't want that to ruin somebody's day. But then I can't lie here either, because I know how important it is to do the work. And I know a lot of people who don't do the work and fake it. And then I look back and I see where they're at in life now, and I go, that's exactly why you're still in the same situation you're in, because you've been faking getting better. You've been faking grieving. You've been faking well-being. You've been faking the money you had. You've been faking nice. You've been faking kindness. You've been faking love and light. You can fake everything in this world. You can be a fraudulent fake person all your life. You can create 100 catfish all you like. But you do understand that the real you still exists. And that real version of you, you have to spend your life with you all the time. You have to look at you every day. You have to take ownership over the good and bad things you do, and don't say and how you feel. And if you can't look at yourself in the mirror and feel good, if you can't talk to yourself in a positive way without talking down to yourself or talking down to others, then you really got to go in and deal with that. Mindfulness is important. Mental health is important. Too many spiritualists I have come across in my lifetime that are fake spiritual. Doesn't matter how many YouTube readings you watch from Sadhguru, how many life coaching courses you go on, how many times you read tarot or do oracle cards. You have to do the work for real inside. And it takes years and years and years and years. And it takes dedication. It takes morals and integrity. It takes being open and honest. It takes looking at the side of yourself that you hate. Do you understand self-hate and self-love? They're two very different constructs. People have to dive into hating themselves to come out to love themselves. And I remember being at the worst times in my life where I thought, fuck it. I hate myself and I know it. I need to understand why. And I'm going to find out why. I'm going to fix it. And I spent years of my life doing that. And as a result, a lot of people looked at me sus and sideways and made fun or jokes or laughed it off or brushed me about and made me the butt of the joke, mocked me for it. But I thought, do you know what? You say that now, but I'm dedicated. 10 years from now, my life is going to be so different, because I've stayed in the same spot every single day working on my inside while you're showing off your outside, but you haven't once looked inside yourself to see who you are, okay? I'm not saying you're that kind of person, but I'm saying that's a prime example of whatever's going on in this relationship where there's two people bouncing back and forth with each other. No one's looking inside. You're looking at this person for this answer, this person's looking at you for the answer, and you're hoping that your relationship and you leaning on each other is going to make you feel great. But when you wake up in the morning, you still feel shit. And when you go to sleep at night, you still feel shit. Because you're not dealing with the issue. You're putting a mask over it. You're wearing a mask. You're masking the true you and how you truly feel. And only when you learn that you're wearing a mask and that this isn't real, this reality that you're playing, this game that you're playing, this manipulative kind of situation where I'll say this and I'll do that and I'll act this way and I'll wear that and I'll dress that and I'll give that and I'll pay that and I'll buy this and it will look great and everyone will love me. No. Because who you are on the inside counts. That's what counts. More importantly, when you die, God is not going to go, oh, I'm glad you made it to the pearly gates in your Gucci and your jewelry with all your lovely possessions. I love to see all the things that you bought over the years. How amazing. God's going to look at you on the inside. See how you really felt about yourself. See how you really treated other people. See how genuine and honest you were in relationships. They'll see all of you, who you really are. The sides of you that you're hiding from now. Yeah? It means you have to be real and do the work and not fake it. And I'm so sorry, Aries, but that's the truth today. You need to look at yourself deeply on the inside and work out, what is this feeling and why am I going through this, and who am I acting like I am? Look in the mirror, right? This is a mirror work. Google mirror work. There's loads of different therapy techniques for mirror work, but you need to be able to look at yourself and see how you show up and then how you feel on the inside. Write it down. How do I feel what do I do on the outside? How do I speak on the outside? How do I show up on the outside? What am I doing on the outside every day? 9 to 5, 8 to 6, 6 to 11, if you're a long hours worker, right? And then go, okay, what am I doing on the inside? What do I do on the inside to make me feel better? How do I talk to myself in my head? The quickest way to know if you've got deeper issues internally is how you talk to yourself in your head and how you talk to other people. Yeah? So 2 examples I'll give you in relation to the cards, with the devil card coming out in the way it did, and this relationship with this manipulative energy. When you, like, some people use other people in relationships as pawns, right? So what happens in that relationship, you'll go, if I do this, and I do this, and I do that, then I'll see what they do. Then from there, I'll go this way. From there, I'll do that. You are psychoanalyzing a person and making manipulative movements based on what they're doing. So if I say this to them, they'll do that. If I do that, then they'll do that. So you're constantly creating some kind of interaction or forcing or manipulating a situation or a person to respond in a way that you want them to respond. If your mind is always full of a strategy of how to talk to someone, a strategy of what someone's going through, and you're always thinking in your head, what are the, like, let me see what they're going to do. Let me see what they're going to do. Let me do this and see how they respond. You're not living in the moment. You're analysing everyone's moves in their brain. You're playing Cluedo. You're playing chess with a human being who is a real person who has a heart. And it seems like they're doing that with you as well, though. And it seems like a manipulative exchange. So both of you are aware of who each other are. Don't know how long you've known each other, but you know you can't really trust each other. So you're playing some weird manipulative game with each other in the mind, analysing each other. And then that's also, okay, I'll do this, I'll buy this, and then they'll buy it the next time, and then I'll do this, I'll keep an eye on this. Like someone's monitoring every little thing. It feels like torture in the mind for both of you, because you're both torturing each other by manipulating each other in this way, just so you have each other for someone to talk to and not be alone and depressed. But really, you need to look at why you're playing manipulative games with each other and having negative thoughts in the mind. And if you're cussing this person in your mind, like negative talk about this person, you're talking down to this person, you're saying this person's stupid or saying this person's dumb, so saying I can't stand this person in your head, it doesn't matter if you're not saying it out loud, just saying it in your head. So that's how you really feel. So why are you smiling at this person, but in your head you're saying, you stupid idiot? Why would you do that? You have to look at yourself and think, why would I do that? If I'm a good person, if I'm a spiritual being, if I'm meant to be someone who believes in all this other stuff, why am I being rude about this person in my head? And I'm smiling in their face. Now, that means you're being disingenuous. This is just an example I'm giving you guys. This is the actual therapeutic technique, right? Like in psychology, there's so many different therapy styles, but it seems like someone here is psychoanalyzing someone, which is kind of what I'm doing with you through the cards. Is I'm giving you a full understanding and narrative of what I'm seeing and what's going on with you and interpreting your behavior. But I'm doing that from a perspective of, I'm telling you. Do you see, I'm talking to you now. I'm telling you the truth about what I see in the cards. And then what I'm seeing for you, Aries, is you're doing the same thing, but you're lying about it on the surface. So how you really feel is not exposed, and that person knows that, and you know that they're doing the same to you. How you really feel about each other is hidden. You're lying about it because you don't want to admit it. Everyone's wearing a mask here, and it's disingenuous, and that's why you're not feeling fulfilled. Because you're morning and night, you're fine, I'll spend time with this person so I'm not alone to deal with my own thoughts and my own head and my own unhappiness. But you always come back to you at the end of the day and you're still unhappy. So you're not winning and they're not winning. The winning starts when you commit to fixing yourself and start being honest about how you really feel. And instead of saying, oh, you're lovely and amazing, no, I love you so much, maybe say, that was a stupid idea, I don't agree with that, I think that's stupid. I'd rather you be honest and say that's stupid out loud than say it in your head and then smile and act like you like the person, because it's awful. And as an empath, yeah, a lot of empaths out there, we don't say anything, but we know when people are chatting shit. We know when people are lying. And there's nothing worse for an empath, a witch, a clairsentient, a high priestess, to know when someone's lying and chatting shit and they're looking at you in the face. And you're looking right at them. You know you're a witch and you're like, I can't believe this person is just chatting so much shit to my face. They're lying straight to my face. Sometimes you even say, why are you lying? I know you're lying. And they'll say they're not lying. And then it gets even worse now, because now we're looking at, once again, narcissistic tendencies, narcissistic parenting styles, behaviours, styles, love languages, which spread out across the board. And you're like, sometimes you can't even see what you're doing. You can't even see that you're lying. You can't even see that you're in an illusion. You can't even see that you're being disingenuous. You're not looking at yourself. You don't even know how to look at yourself at this point to see that there's a problem. And that's kind of the energy you're in with someone else. So until you and this person decide to look at yourselves, go within and deal with your issues, you're not going to get justice, right? But justice is at the bottom of the deck. So it can come in for you. This can be resolved, but you have to actually take ownership, right? And start looking at who you really are and do the inner work. Otherwise it's pointless, you know? And maybe this kind of channel isn't for you, or the readings aren't for you if it doesn't resonate, you know? Because we've got to work through this vibration and do the work. Like, the readings on YouTube are about doing the work. They're not just going to solve your day and move through. Well, a lot of readers will come out and tell you the magical things you want to hear. I don't. I'm about doing the work. Long-term dedication to improving your life and moving on, you know? And justice is needed here. You've got to go in and have a hermit moment and just be alone, maybe pull away from tarot and other spiritual activities and work on you for a long window of time and what's going on with you, and heal internally from this grief, okay? Sending my condolences to you, whatever this grief is or loss is, but now you're being called to actually do the inner work and not pretend, you know? Love and light.